Hi, my name is LarryFobbs, and I want you to thank you very much for watching the video because you're interested in this right here. Somaderm Gel HGH product. The only transdermal HGH homeopathic gel that's on the market. You can't get this anywhere because it's sold only through distributors. It's approved by the FDA. Also, the thing about this right here is we have a Facebook group of people who are using this product. Hundreds of people. And if you were to purchase this, you can join the group and share your experiences, check your notes and stuff like that, is because you won't be alone in using this product. Also, we have a board of certified doctors who approve this product. If you have any questions, we can guide you and give you help. Again, thank you for inquiring about this HGH. And if you're interested, hit the button below, place the order, and I'll get in contact with you and we'll get you set up right away. Again, thank you very much for watching this video.
Hi everybody, and welcome to another Gel Success Series. I'm Dr. Melissa Grohl-Peterson, standing in tonight for Diamond Ambassador Lisa Vivori. We're so happy that we are all a part of this team. And tonight, we have a really powerful lineup of some amazing doctors. We are going to be highlighting some stories of some true rock stars that have come in and crushed it. These are truly the crew that we call the Rimka rock stars. And I want to start off with Dr. Stephanie Rimka. So glad that you're here tonight. Can't wait to hear all about you and your team.
Thanks, Melissa. So I'm a chiropractor. I started off in the mental health field working as a therapist and in a mental hospital, actually with schizophrenics. So I'm a little bit an outlier as far as chiropractors. Came to chiropractic school with the goal of helping schizophrenics and drug addicts. I wanted to get into the prisons. That was my main goal, never pain. Led me to neurofeedback board certification. So I specialize in optimizing brain function and recovering people from brain injury and dealing with mental health. So I've had to do the scope of interdisciplinary functional medicine for 20 something years. But I've done in practice for a long time. So I've come across tons of therapies, supplements, gadgets, tricks, tips, whatever that you can imagine. That type of brick and mortar practice I've run, for almost 18 years or whatever. And you want to know how I came across the gel?
Yeah, I want to know why the gel for you. So you've got an amazing background.
A patient brought it to me and said, which was probably really brilliant on her part because she probably knew what she was doing, to say, hey, can you check out the ingredients of this and tell me if you think I should take it. It was actually brilliant. And they do that with me. I just literally had text saying, should I drink this water? Is it worth it? No, it's not. So I'm going to be very honest with my patients. I don't want to waste anybody's time or money on anything that doesn't work. Because I know all too well, because my nephew is autistic. I know what the money that my sister put into trying to recover him and what families are really going to with a special needs child. It's extraordinary, out of pocket costs. So anyway, she brought the gel. I said, I'm loving this so much. I totally clear you to try it. And I looked at it, I said, in fact, like, how do I get it? Because I want to try it. Took me 3 months to get the product. It was back when there was no product. Yeah. And I had to sit and watch many people I knew in my practice using it and being all like, this is amazing and I love it. Oh my God. And I was getting really hatefully jealous. Oh,
say it isn't so.
Yeah, I know. But I'm like, what do you guys what do you mean your hair is growing back? What are you talking about? Right. So I finally got it. And I was in love with the concept. I was in love with what I read. I was in love with the ingredients and the homeopathy and the fact that there's these, this trifecta, to me, this holy trinity. And then I used it.
Mind blown. Yeah,
Yep.
and it was your video that really set things up for your rock stars that you've got here with us tonight. And yep. You are very happy to, when you believe in something, you share it.
I do.
Posted a video and I watched your thread go crazy.
It was the first video I ever did with any professional tone on my personal page. I'd never done it before. I typically, again, try a product 3 to 6 months, maybe more, before I ever bring it out to a patient. I want to know that I know that I know. Okay. Yeah. I research a lot. I was so like, are you kidding me here? And again, we focused on the weight, but let me be really clear. I want to explain something else about it that I think is even more important. My energy was better. I slept suddenly. I had a 10-hour night of sleep on the 4th night, and I had not been sleeping. I'm under, at that time, it's 2 months ago, extreme duress, dealing with trying to make a decision. Do I put my son in a hospitalization program because he's been so sick with PANS pandis? And if anybody's familiar with that, the behavioral disorder that comes from infection can be extraordinary. So my stress level has been extreme. So the fact I lost a lot of weight, had a lot of energy, slept so well, I was calm. I was stable. I was emotionally sound and able to make very big decisions for his healthcare, along with his team of psychologists and physicians, in a way that they were like, wow, we're really glad. I wasn't crying hysterically anymore. I wasn't panicked anymore about what's going to happen to my son. I knew what to do because I could think again.
So as a functional medicine integrative provider, we already, and I say we because I'm in that category, Michael Wax, who's with us tonight, Dr. Paul Drilling, you know, Dr. Carrie Carter, all of us are in that category. And we, throughout our professional careers, have access to the top grade nutraceuticals. Are any of your rock stars that are here tonight, were they impacted when they saw that video? Tell me who reached out first.
Yeah, that's how they all did it. That's how they all did it. Everybody reached out to me and said, well, let me have some, or are you for real? And
so we'll introduce us to Dr. Paul. And Dr. Paul, I want to get to hear a little bit about you and your story. I know you were attracted to the thread, but tell us what's happened that you've been able to take on.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm a chiropractor in Atlanta. I do applied kinesiology, and I'm pretty streamlined with everything I do. I guess it started a month or so before I saw Stephanie's video. And my girlfriend Laura is a PA, and somebody came into her office and told her about this. It just seemed too good to be true. I really thought they were paid advertisements, and I was like, I'm not going to do this stuff. And we put it away. And then I saw Stephanie's video, and I know I never met her. I've heard about you, all good stuff. But I knew she was particular and with what she's going to put into her body, and I from the reputation I heard, I trusted her. So I called her up, you know, I said, you know, what's up with this stuff? And she said, just buy it. So I did. I bought it that night. I was going to try it first. I said, okay, I'm going to try this for a few months. I'd try anything before I bring it into my practice. If I can't experiment on my kids, I experiment on myself, or vice versa. You know, after a week, and I bought 2 bottles because she told me to. And I was suffering from I hurt my shoulder about a year ago, and it just kept getting worse. I do a very physical technique, and I hurt all the time. And I had MRI scheduled for my shoulder, my back. I thought I was going to have surgery, and that would have, you know, ended my practice. And I hesitate to tell people how long I took it, and I still don't tell my patients until they really ask. But I was stuck here, and within a week, I was able to. I couldn't raise my arm up. I was putting my shirt on, but within a week, I was able to put my arms up against the wall. I slept better. I don't sleep. and Laura, who my girlfriend, her hope with this product was that it would help me sleep. And I think the 3rd or 4th night, I had a dream. And it's just gotten better ever since. Yeah, I used to set 2 alarms. I'd snooze every hour and a half. I'd hit snooze. And I was a morning person before. And I just couldn't get up in the morning. And I wrote it in bed as long as I could. I would tell people I'm trying something, and I'm not going to tell you about it yet. And that lasted a day and a half. And then I started telling people about it. And they saw me. One of the best comments I had, it was a friend of mine. I did a video online, and he said, you know, great, you can raise your shoulder, you know, whoopee for you. But the biggest thing that he took away from it was that I had a relaxed look about my face and a happiness, and I wasn't in pain. It was, he said, for a year and a half, I've known you, and you had an aura of pain around you. And he said that was gone. And that was the biggest compliment I could have from somebody. And I do my work, and I tell my patients, I go, hey, I got something I got to tell you what I've been doing. And they shut me up, and they say, if you endorse it, I'll buy it.
Right there is a really key secret ingredient for all of us. You know, I'm doing something and they say, stop right there. You know, if you endorse it, I'm going to buy it. To get over to Dr. Carrie, As we have more time, we'll come back to you. And I still want to get to Dr. Mike on this as well. So Dr. Carey, what was it that just made you say, I've got to try this?
Stephanie has been a friend of mine for a decade, and she's a no BS girl from Detroit. And when she says something works, you know, I believe her because, you know, I know her. She's one of my peeps. So I was going to Canada for the neurological work that I do. So I just said, I'll order it. I left. That's the only way I beat pollen, I think, because I went away. And then when I came back, the gel was waiting for me. And so I could never lose the weight. I was on keto for 3 months. I lost 2 pounds. I did paleo. I did Whole30. I did every trick that I knew of in my 16 years of being in practice to get myself sorted out. And this gel comes in, and I'm a seminar junkie, I'm gonna admit that. And when something comes in that really works, I kind of get a miracle in a patient or my son, or it's just my little God's way of saying, this is glowing for you. And so I bring it into my practice. So I usually don't get the miracle, everybody else does, but that's okay. I started taking this gel 4 days later. I was 6.5 pounds down. The first time I had slept through the night in a decade.
Wow.
I wake up before my alarm. I'm a thyroid girl, so the snooze button is usually a 3-timer. I was waking up before the alarm, very rested. I had energy to get through the day. My 3 p.m. crash didn't happen. This was like 4 days. I'm like, this stuff is, Stephanie, where'd you get this stuff? It's like a miracle. So my patients started seeing this glow about me, and I would just bound into the room, and they're like, you know, what are you doing? So it didn't take long before, you know, that it just was like a fire overnight. Everybody wanted to know what I was doing. I'm not a seller. I've never done direct marketing before. I see patients 30 minutes to an hour, so 70 people a week is my max. And I just not feeling like I'm getting to the masses like I need to, because I'm only one person. So doing this business really helps me reach my high school friends in Ohio. It helps me take care of my Hawaii patient that can only fly in to see me once a year. And all the other friends that I have on social media, people that follow me, it's kind of like a little light that is really reaching out, you know, all over the country.
I love
Very
it.
fast.
And I'm so glad that you and your rock stars are here. And I want to kick it over to Dr. Michael Wax. Dr. Mike, you and I came in together. John is our immediate upline. Lisa, of course, is his. He's an ambassador. She's a diamond ambassador. This is a really powerful team, and I feel honored that we are all part of it together. What do you think has been the most powerful takeaway from you, Dr. Wax, as you've been going through your gel experience?
I have, because I started in this in June and really started kicking in at the Los Angeles convention. I have seen so many different things going on with the product, with the company, and then all these folks coming in, and Stephanie and Paul and this cool little team we've built in Atlanta. I would say this, it has like facets, like a diamond, and month after month, there's a new cut, there's new facet, there's new things that I've been exposed to, but mostly it's the people. And it's not just the story on how it's helping people's lives, it's the people that we keep coming in contact with that we, as Stephanie so eloquently put, is, you know, in practice, we're all kind of out there on our own in the wind and being blown around quite a bit. But with this product that brings all of us together, and most of us that did functional medicine had so many different products, we would have to get into a program for our patients that it became monotonous for us and the patients. So when one product can do so much for so many, I think that there's not much else other than just produce this product and company to as many people as possible. I get the opportunity of sharing a stage with you, and Stephanie and Paul will be there in 2 weeks. And I can't wait for a couple hundred doctors in Atlanta to be exposed to this, and they're going to take this wide and deep to their patients, and it's going to spread like wildfire. I am just so excited to be able to do that. And so for me, I think the coolest thing that I personally experienced is when somebody says to me, and this has happened several times, "Oh my God, I can't believe that I woke up yesterday feeling this way and today feeling that way." So it's like a secret that you have that you just want to get out to everybody. That's it.
It's pretty powerful and amazing. And, you know, it wouldn't be a complete night and a complete interview series if I didn't say thank you to the man that really brought both of us in, John Stupka. What is it that you can say to people out there tonight to help them to know the real opportunity here?
Yeah, I think it's just all about keeping an open mind. You know, I think when you have an open mind just in life, things happen. And I was appreciative that when we talked, I mean, I've known you for years. You have been my rock for so long. We started our business together. And I thought about you first with this, you know, so there's going to be people, when you look at the benefits of what this product can do, that you'll immediately think of. And it's like, they're all saying it's like the secret you have to get out, you know? And so I think that we have already so much momentum created. All I can say is you haven't seen anything yet. I mean, so if you're just thinking while you're watching this that, wow, this sounds too good to be true, just give it a try. You know, that's as simple as it is. And I think that's what most of these doctors, they said, I'm just going to give this a try because, one, I trust the person typically telling me about it. And that's huge because this is a word of mouth product. It's a word of mouth opportunity. And we're in a U economy, you know, it's such a great opportunity for people at a really low cost to be unlimited at what they can do in their business life, their personal life, and hopefully their financial, you know, life as well. And I think when you can wrap all that in one, and just like Stephanie said, it's a win-win-win, and that's what this is all about.
So listen, everybody, again, we want to thank you all so much for being here tonight. Do you all have any questions for our panel of rock stars? We'd love to be able to take a few questions. But while we're waiting, I would like to bring Dr. Nicole on. Dr. Nicole, I know your video's not on, but I'd love to hear from you.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm driving. I think that's why my video is not coming up.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah, so I have to definitely agree with what Dr. Stephanie is saying and everyone on the panel, because I have never seen anything work the way that this works. I mean, even from my personal experience, I've only been using the gel. Today is my 6th week starting it, and my entire life has changed just in the last 6 weeks of how I feel like I'm back to my old self again, where I have more energy and I have stamina and I can get back in the gym and run again and not be able to hit that wall that I would always hit and feel like I was exhausted again. And I would have to do yoga every single day instead of really go out there and do the things that I used to do and enjoy. And so now I just feel like I have the energy to do that. And I've been doing clinical nutrition and functional medicine as well for the last 10 years. And I graduated, you know, with Dr. Stephanie 18 years ago. And it's just amazing how I can't even believe that this product is working the way that it is, because with doing functional medicine for so long and helping people with their adrenals and their thyroid and just getting everything back online, having to use multiple supplementation, this is just an amazing mixture that I'm just astonished what it's done for me and changed my life in the last 6 weeks, and even my husband's, that I just can't not share it. I've never done network marketing either. I never really wanted to do it. I never really liked it at all. But I thought, well, this product is so amazing, I just have to do it. So, yeah, it's just changed my life in so many different ways. I can't even I'll be here all night explaining it to you. So, but it's just amazing. And I just hope that anyone that is listening and just on the edge of trying it out, that they do, because I've never seen anything like it before. It's fantastic.
So powerful. And I want to thank you for that. And I think that I want everybody to know it's amazing how we, as just human beings, somehow think that the solution has to be really complex. And while I will say, especially to Stephanie's point, you know, this formulation is incredibly intelligent and complex. It takes a very whole system approach. And meaning for all of us, there is so much true innate intelligence in this, that it is working on so many levels within the body. And it's hitting all of the points of where we as human beings are running ourselves into the ground every day, that I think it's why it's helping such a massive amount of the population. And truly, there's just so many endless stories. Dr. Wax just posted one. So again, Dr. Nicole, thank you. We're so glad that you're part of Rimka Rockstars. And Dr. Mike, your sister has one of the most amazing stories. I got to hear you share this story at one of our Atlanta regional events, and it was so powerful. You started to type it in. Could you give us just a really quick kind of update? Give us the short where she came from and where she's at today with using the gel.
All right, but I also get to add, well, I'm a little early on it, but I get to add my father to this story, which is pretty cool too. So from my sister's standpoint, she suffered with obesity since she was 19. She was in an incident where she was, let's just say, attacked, and it put her in a position of wanting her to never be looked at in a certain way. So she gained a lot of weight over her lifetime, and ultimately really struggled with this. And she's a nurse. She's a nurse. She's in healthcare. Her husband passed away 2 years ago, and in the wake of that massive challenge in her life, she decided, hey, you know what, if I'm ever going to find love again, if I'm ever going to be in a position to share my life with somebody, I've got to take control of this. So she went through the process of scheduling for gastric bypass and sharing with us, her family, over the summertime. And when we met for our family reunion this summer, I brought her the gel, and I said, listen, get on the gel, go take it to your doctor and make sure he clears it. And she did, and he did. And then she started on it maybe 2 weeks before her surgery and called me up 4 days before saying, man, much like Stephanie would, we want to drop some words that are a little colorful, but refraining from that part, she said, what is in this bleep? And she goes, I feel incredible for a girl who weighs nearly 300 pounds to be excited about exercising at 6 in the morning is just unheard of. It's like, doesn't happen. So she went into the surgery feeling amazing and wanting to, get out as fast as possible. And an hour and a half after she got out of anesthesia, she asked the nurses to walk the floor. Now, if you know anything about a gastric bypass resection, so they cut the stomach, it's a big surgery. You don't ask to go walk the floor an hour and a half after you get out of anesthesia. It's just not something a patient does. So she did. She got out of the hospital within 48 hours. She was walking 2 miles 72 hours later in her neighborhood and came off all the opioids, which we haven't even touched on here. I'll touch on it in our talk, but getting off those opioids is such a big deal for so many people because it leads to a lot of bad decisions and also a lot of people being recluse, like they get depressed and they don't want to come out and they don't want to do anything. So anyway, her story has changed drastically. She called me 3 weeks ago. It's so funny. She calls me and I said, hey, how you doing? She goes, hey, I ran out of the gel. I need the gel. I said, well, go ahead and order it. She goes, no, you don't understand. I ran out of the gel and I need the gel. I said, she goes, I am starting to feel like my old self, and I had no idea that was such a bad, self. So I actually hooked up with somebody on our team, got a bottle immediately sent to her. And I said, Stacy, just get on the auto ship like I told you, and you won't have to feel bad again. But what's cool now is, that my father's end stage gallbladder cancer, and we've been, fighting this and everything like that. And just 2 weeks ago, we got him started on the gel. So as I come home for Thanksgiving on Thursday, I already talked to him. He said, man, I feel really good on this stuff. And this is an 84-year-old man who just dropped to 116 pounds and is climbing his way back. So I am curious to see what my father looks like. And he couldn't even have conversations just a few months ago. So as he makes his own improvement, I hope that this gel, and not hope, but I know it's layering some other positive benefits for him. So.
Wow. Stephanie, I'd love to hear from you because I think you do a great job explaining this. Take a moment, because you did this on our last one. why you personally feel this is such a powerful formulation.
It starts off with the botanicals, these whole leaf organic botanicals he's put in that he formulated very specifically and he sourced very, very well to give people a really quick patient experience of having a fast response. That's what people are feeling really quickly in those first few days. Now, not 100% of everybody's going to feel that, so I always, try to set up expectations, but that's what we're all feeling like, oh my God. Then you have the actual glandulars, so the thyroid, glandulars. So we're getting real support in that HPA axis for these two, beautiful organs in the brain system that handles the stress response and energy, thermostat metabolic response we have. Then you add in that we have this microdose human growth hormone, that we're getting the effects of that, what the growth hormone is doing, running through our bloodstream every 4 to 6 hours when we apply. But he's done each of these also in this homeopathic combination. So it takes it this other way where you're getting all these benefits plus the effects of homeopathy that's doing all this subtle signaling to help your entire endocrine system, starting with your pituitary, have normal signaling. It's allowing your body to finally function the normal way. It's allowing, basically, to me, the gel is a beautiful formulation of innate intelligence that I'm able to bring back into my body.
I love it.
Amazing.
Powerful. And that's really true. And so I think, again, I just want to give it, so thank you for that. I love how you call it the Holy Trinity. It's the HGH, it's the thyroid, it's the adrenal, it's that amazing metabolic formula. So we want to thank all of you for watching tonight. I want to thank all of you for being on the panel. I love being a part of this team. Y'all blow my mind every single day. So continue to go out there, each and every one of you, and make your impact and know that with this one product, you truly can. So until next time on the Gel Success Series, I'm Dr. Melissa, and I want to tell each and every one of you to continue to go out and be amazing. So thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.